Welcome back to another Rhize demo video. Now in this video, we're going to look at how data is bound in Rhize. Going to our menu here, we can take a look at the master data, which shows all the available information in Rhize. We'll start here with our data sources, and this describes our data source for our time series demo. So heading into it, we can then look at the topics, and this shows all the topics that this data source is subscribed to. Now let's take a look at equipment class. Going back to our data here, we can then look at our production equipment class, which is used to describe all of the individual work centers. Taking a look at its properties, we can see some familiar data from Seeq, which are being mapped as signals for each of the individual equipment. Any property delineated with a dot is considered a parent property, and clicking into its tree, we can see its subproperties, which are also visible in Seeq. As you can see, this data has a bound next to it, meaning that it must be bound when applied to an equipment. Moving back to our master data and into equipment, we can see the equipment that was available in Seeq all the way from enterprise level to sites, to work areas, and work centers. Clicking on one of these work centers, we can then take a look at it. The data source describes which data source it is pulling information from, and looking at properties, we can see all of those unbound values are now bound. Taking a look at one, we can see which topic it is pulling data from to populate that property. Now let's query some of this data in GraphQL. Moving back to the navigation bar, we can take a look at playgrounds, which looks into the GraphQL playground. Here we already have set up a query to query out this data. Let's take a look. So this is querying all data past December 10th, and we can see all individual time series records for assembler 1 and its property FIC001.cb. The schema can be introspected, which allows the GraphQL playground to provide information on the schema. So we can query out each of our equipment and see each of its IDs and labels. We can also take a look at the active version if we want to see which properties it has available to it. We can take a look for that assembler, and we can see it has the same properties available to each of the equipment through the equipment class that it inherits properties from. And that's how we look at bound data within Rhize. Thanks for watching.